Hi, my name is Alexandria Howard, and today we'll be talking about examining Peters versus the SSA, the ALJ's Disability Assessment and Court Review. The five-step evaluation process. First, administrative law judge, the ALJ, follows a structured five-step evaluation process to determine whether a claimant qualifies for Social Security disability benefits or not. And the process ensures a consistent and fair assessment. So the five steps, we have the substantial gainful activity, the SGA. The ALJ checks if the claimant is working and earning above a set income limit. If they are not disabled and the process ends. If they are not working or earn below the limit, the process continues. Number two, the severity of the impairment. The ALJ decides if the claimant's condition significantly limits their ability to work. If not, the claim is denied. If severe, the evaluation moves to the next step. Step number three, the listed impairments. The SSA has a list of conditions that qualify as disabilities. If the claimant's condition matches or is equivalent, they are automatically disabled. If not, the evaluation continues. Step four, past relevant work. The ALJ checks if the claimant can still do their previous job from the last 15 years. If they can, they are not disabled. If they cannot, the process moves to step five. Step five, other work in the national economy. The ALJ determines if the claimant can do other work based on age, education, and skills. If suitable jobs exist, they are not disabled. If they cannot work at all, they qualify for benefits. Here is the five-step process and its application in Peter's case. So, number one, Peters had not engaged in substantial gainful activity since November 23rd, 2020. Since he was not working, the ALJ moved to step two. The ALJ found that Peters had severe impairments, including spine disorders and major depressive disorder, and these conditions significantly limited his ability to work. So the ALJ continued to step three. The ALJ analyzed whether Peter's medical conditions matched or equaled a listed disability. Since his impairments did not fully meet the SSA's criteria, he did not automatically qualify as disabled, and the evaluation proceeded to step four. The ALJ reviewed whether Peters could return to his past job despite his impairments. Due to his physical and mental limitations, the ALJ determined that he could not perform his previous work, and this led to our final step. The ALJ assessed Peters and his ability to work, despite his limitations. The ALJ found that Peters could perform light work with specific restrictions. Since jobs matching his abilities existed in significant numbers, he was not considered disabled under the SSA rules. And because Peters could still perform other types of work, the ALJ determined he was not disabled and denied his claim for disability benefits. The evaluation of medical opinions in court review. Number one, inconsistencies in the report. Dr. Easton-Hogg's report showed contradictions. Although he stated that Peters had severe work limitations, other parts of the report suggested he could still do some work-related tasks. These inconsistencies made the ALJ doubt the opinion. Number two, conflicts with other evidence. Dr. Easton-Hogg's findings didn't match other medical opinions or treatment records. Other doctors had less severe assessments, and some records showed that Peters was able to do certain activities, which contradicted the doctor's marked impairment findings. So, because Dr. Easton-Hogg's opinion was not well supported by the overall evidence and conflicted with other reports, the ALJ found it unpersuasive and didn't rely on it for the disability decision. Evaluating medical opinions under SSA's post-2017 rules. The Social Security Administration's post-2017 rules changed how medical opinions are evaluated by removing the treating physician rule and requiring all opinions to be judged equally based on supportability and consistency. Supportability looks at how well the opinion is backed by medical evidence, while consistency checks if it aligns with other medical records. Before these changes, treating doctors' opinions carried more weight than other medical resources, including SSA hired experts. Now, no opinion is automatically given priority. In Peters versus SSA, the ALJ allowed this approach when reviewing Dr. Easton Hogg's other medical evidence. Since the new rules require all opinions to be assessed fairly rather than favoring certain sources, the ALJ had valid reasons to reject Dr. Easton Hogg's findings. These updates ensure that disability decisions rely on medical evidence quality rather than the doctor's rule. Standard in the Peters versus SSA. Courts review Social Security disability decisions under the substantial evidence standard, meaning they uphold the ALJ's ruling if it is supported by reasonable evidence, even if conflicting evidence exists. They do not reweigh evidence, but ensure the decision follows legal guidelines. In the Peters versus SSA, the court applied this standard and affirmed the ALJ's decision, finding it well supported by medical records, expert opinions, and Peters' reported limitations. Since the ALJ's conclusions align with the evidence and SSA regulations, the court found no reason to overturn the ruling, leading to the denial of Peters' appeal. And there's my references. Thank you for listening.